So then you start doing your easier problem. You take like, well, if I just have 1 and 2, when I plug it into my original machine, my x times y plus x plus y machine, or my product plus sum machine, whatever you want to call it, my product plus sum machine, if I put in 1 and 2, or if I put in 2 and 1, definitely gives me the same answer. But what if I put in 1, 2, and 3? You could put it in different orders, and you have a bunch of people in your group who can try putting them in different combinations, and you can find out. But then, of course, that doesn't really prove anything. It just proves it works for 1, 2, and 3, right? So then we get to the power of algebra. One of the big powers of algebra is generalization. Instead of doing infinitely many examples, which takes a long time, you do it once with letters, and then you've done infinitely many examples all at once, which is pretty cool. So that's what I mean by generalize here, is that you do a bunch of numerical examples, you start to learn what's going on. This is from your do something and maybe your easier problem. And once you start to think you see a pattern, you want to figure out why does that pattern work in general. And one of the big ways to do it is the biggest point of algebra class, which is you use letters to stand for things. So you can say something about infinitely many sets of numbers at a time, just like we did here. Right? If we had to write down 1 plus 2, by the way, is the same as 2 plus 1. And 1 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 1. 1 plus 4 is the same as 4. We'd never be done. But if we write this, then we just wrote down infinitely many statements. It's pretty cool. Big savings in whiteboard marker costs, too. OK, so that's probably a lot of clues. But so the idea of knobifying your problem, and the harder the problem is, the more you want to hunt for a lot of knobs that you can turn down and make your problem as easy as possible. So you can solve a bunch of easy problems really fast and start to learn more about the big picture and build up that confidence, get your energy going, and then start turning the knobs back up and looking at what happens if I turn back up this one or that one. What can you figure out?